Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to the Football Gupshup channel. Please do subscribe to the channel and press that like button. So let's start today's morning transfer update. We have lots of news to report. So let's start with Manchester United and Real Madrid. We do know that there was a big breaking news happening yesterday, and it has been Casemiro. It seems that Casemiro will be moving to Manchester United, and Real Madrid have, of course, said something about it. They are willing to accept the transfer offer from Manchester United, as well as there are many things to be reported. So let's start today's episode, and we'll begin with Casemiro. Now, guys, do remember this, that Casemiro has been a serial winner with Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are not going to sell him for cheaper price. And the total amount of valuation which has come, and it has been quite been reported from many sources, that Manchester United will send official bid for Casemiro, about 60 million euro fee with 10 million euro in add-ons. So Real Madrid will accept that offer, and the player contract is going to be until 2026 with a one more year option. So Casemiro is going to get around 5-year contract. Now we're going to come on to what Carlo Ancelotti has said. Casemiro will not play on Saturday. Replacement, we have signed Tchouameni, and he's one of the best on the market. Then we have Cruz and Camavinga. Yesterday I realized it was a real thing. Casemiro to Manchester United. My plans won't change. So that means what he said is that he won't go back into the market looking for a replacement for Casemiro. But we do know that Real Madrid are looking at a replacement. Who that is, we'll tell you a little bit later. But let's move on forward. What else there has been in terms of Casemiro to Manchester United? Now, he also goes on to say, I have spoken with Casemiro. He wants to try a new challenge. We understand his decision. So he has explained his decision to Real Madrid, his teammates, the board, as well as the manager and the coaching staff. Negotiations are ongoing, but he has decided to leave Real Madrid. So Casemiro is going to happen to Manchester United in the next 24 to 48-hour period. He is not going to play in that Liverpool game on Monday, but for sure he is joining Manchester United. Now we will go forward and get more facts about this transfer. Now we do know that Casemiro was apparently looking forward to play with Real Madrid in this season, but at the last minute, at the last hour, Manchester United went in, and they went in with a strong bid, a bid which was accepted by Real Madrid straight away. Now, what does that mean? Were Real Madrid looking to sell him? It wasn't the case. Real Madrid basically put this decision with him. They respect the way he has performed for Real Madrid for all these years. He has been a serial winner. He has won Champions League. He has won La Liga title. He has won so many cups, and they respect his decision, and they accept that if he's willing to move. And whereas Casemiro also thinks about Manchester United being the only club that he would be willing to play for after Real Madrid. If any other club would have come, he would have said no. But because it's Manchester United, he has said yes. And that's a big plus for Manchester United and Manchester United fans. Now, there is one more issue regarding Casemiro which needs to be understand, and it has to be about regarding Real Madrid, that they're looking at the replacement, and that player is Bruno Guimaraes of Newcastle United. He's highly rated by Real Madrid, but Newcastle United think that Bruno is not for sale. Remember, they just bought him a year ago, and it's just a matter of fact that they do not think that Bruno Guimaraes is for sale. They want him to stay at Newcastle United. Remember, guys, Newcastle United is being owned by Saudi Arabia. They've got lots of money, so it's not about money. It's more about prestige right now. And will Newcastle United be able to hold on to him? What will the player think? Imagine if Real Madrid go in for him. Will he be saying to Newcastle United that I'm looking for a move to Real Madrid? Now, these sort of things I think will come in to next year, not in this transfer window. I cannot see Newcastle United selling Bruno Guimaraes in this window, because if they do that, I think the fans are not going to be happy. And I do not expect Newcastle United owners to make that decision. Neither will be the player, because remember, he's just signed a new contract with Newcastle United, even though it's Real Madrid. But Real Madrid have got plenty of options, as Ancelotti has mentioned. They got Camavinga, they got Tchouameni. So I think that is going to be a little bit later, maybe next year, or maybe summer transfer window 2023. So let's see what happens. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stick to Manchester United, because there's lots of news to be reported, because there's so many players being linked to Manchester United. So we're going to go one by one with them. Now we're going to talk about Ajax's Anthony. We do know that Manchester United made a bid of 80 million euros, and apparently it wasn't accepted by Ajax. They have rejected it. They don't want to sell Anthony for that price. Do they want to sell him? That's another question. Now, what we do know that Manchester United do not want to go more than that fee. They think that's a fair valuation of Anthony. And there is another option in case if they don't get Anthony, and that is Gapco of PSV Eindhoven. They do know that it will be a cheaper option than Anthony, but we do know that Eric Ten Hag still fancies Anthony because due to the fact that he can play on the right wing, he can come inside and strike with his left foot, whereas Gapco is more of a left winger and he shoots with his right. He uses his right foot. He can use his left foot, but not as good as Anthony. And Eric Ten Hag priority is to get Anthony. Now we will come to the question of Frankie De Jong. Will United go for Frankie De Jong if they've signed Casemiro? Now there are two ways about it. United are still persisting. Still, they're giving briefs in various articles through various journalists that the club are still interested in to get Frankie de Jong. But we do know that if United do spend around 50 to 60 million pounds on Casemiro, and if they go big on the likes of Anthony or Gapco, then United will have to produce some sales in order to generate that kind of revenue in which they can go back into the market and get the likes of Frankie de Jong. But the fact that they've gone for Casemiro, it shows an indication that Frankie de Jong will not be happening for Manchester United. But for some reason, the brief is still coming on to journalists, which has been reported by the clubs to the journalists, which the journalists are reporting through their mediums that United are still in for Frankie de Jong. I think this will all be closed upon the deadline day. It's a fact of will it happen or will it not happen? And all of those kind of questions will be answered on the deadline day because Manchester United will keep persisting because they don't want a backlash of fans that they wasted 4 months of transfer window chasing a player to which they knew that he didn't want to come. And for that reason, United will keep on briefing that they're still in for the player, they're still in for the player. And the actual answer will come in the shape of when the deadline day happens. And on the next day, we will know where Frankie de Jong is. If he's in Manchester United, then fair enough, they will get their player. But if Frankie de Jong stays at Barcelona or he moves to any other club, then for certain the truth will be out there that the club knew already that Frankie de Jong didn't want to come, and it was just that the club were bluffing and they were trying to make fool of the fans, and fans are gonna get that backlash. As we everybody knows that Blazers are on the back foot. So let's see what happens with Frankie de Jong. Now we are gonna go forward in regards to Manchester United, and we are gonna be reporting about Aaron Van Bissaka, the question here is there are many outgoings that's going to happen with Manchester United. We've got Eric Bailly, we've got Aaron Van Bissaka, we've got Diego Dalot, and United are still interested in order to get that right back, but they need to make sales before they go back into the market to get that right back. Now, we do know that Aaron Van Bissaka is still wanted by his old club, Crystal Palace. There is a question of that fee. Will it be a loan move? Will it be a permanent move? It hasn't been come out into light that what is going to be. For second, Diego Dalot is still playing for United, but there has been reports coming in that there are clubs who are watching Dalot quite carefully and quite closely. So we might expect a bid for Dalot, to which United will try to raise money and see if they can get a quality right back for Eric Ten Hag. Now we will be moving on to other transfer news, and we will be coming to Chelsea as well as Barcelona. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Chelsea straight away. Now we do know that Thomas Tuchel needs a striker, and for that he has highlighted Aubameyang. There was a meeting with Chelsea, and it was very positive. Personal terms won't be an issue. Chelsea and Aubameyang camp are on the same page about the contract, meaning the length of the contract, as well as there is still discussions going on between both clubs, Barcelona and Chelsea, about the price tag. Barcelona are asking for 30 million euros, whereas Chelsea think that's a little bit too much for a player of Aubameyang age. And let's see what the clubs will decide in terms of negotiations. And soon there will be a compromise, and we might see Aubameyang coming back to Premier League and playing for his old boss Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. So we will be moving forward. We're going to be sticking to Chelsea. We'll be talking about Wesley Fofana of Leicester City. Now, Brendan Rodgers has said about clearly about Wesley Fofana. Fofana is not for sale. Club have made that clear. Unless anything changes on that, I would expect him to be here. So he's expecting Wesley Fofana to be here, whereas Leicester City are looking for 85 million pounds plus. Will Chelsea pay that much amount of money for a strike or for a defender who is just 21 years of age? Still yet to be seen. Remember, Leicester City asked for 80 million pounds to Manchester United for Harry Maguire, and they did get that 80 million pounds. So maybe they see that as a benchmark to which they are demanding similar kind of, you could say, 80, 85 million pounds from Chelsea for their defender. So let's see what will Chelsea do in that regard. Now we will be coming to another transfer news, and it has to do with Chaloba. Now, we do know that he is prepared to leave on loan once Chelsea will sign the new centre back. Wesley Fofana is one of that priority centre backs to be signed, and Inter are currently showing interest in Chaloba. So let's see, will Inter Milan pursue that and get him on loan? Now, Inter Milan have discussed Chalobah deal alongside with two more clubs, so that means two more clubs are also interested alongside Inter Milan. They've also have got Akanji as well as Serbi in the list, so Inter Milan are looking at multiple players, but they will focus on those to which they can acquire quite easily, and Chalobah is one of them. So, guys, we will be moving on to other transfer news, and we're going to be talking about Barcelona. Barcelona are not discussing with Manchester United for Diego Dalot, while Munir deal is still quiet. But the one which is quite active is Foyt from Villareal. He's the favorite option for Xavi. The negotiations are at early stage, and it will take some time. But Barcelona are really working hard behind the scene. They want to sell Dest as well, so they are looking to sell Dest as well as acquiring the new right back. And let's see what will happen. But Barcelona are still looking for club to come in and inquire about Dest, and they would be willing to sell him for a little bit lower price, and they would want to get a better replacement than Dest. So that's what Barcelona are trying to do. Now we will be moving on to other transfer news as well. We will be talking about Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have been quite active, and I was looking at their requirements. They have really got good quality players, and I have got the list with me. I'm going to go through with that at the end of this episode. But let's talk about their new requirement and new purchase, and that is Gibbs White. He has got the number 10 shirt with 35 million pound deal with add-ons included. So that's a pretty big deal that they have done. They've bought him from Wolves. So the contract is going to be based upon variables depending on player team performances. So let's see what happens. But still Nottingham Forest are looking for more players, and this time it's Odriozola. I mean, I don't know what Nottingham Forest are doing, but they are really rocking this transfer window right now. And in the end, I will go through the names which they have got, and you will be quite surprised and amazed to what they are doing in the transfer market. But so far, they're doing it quite excellently and quite beautifully. Now we are gonna go to Newcastle United. Newcastle United are still in negotiations with Watford for João Pedro. Now we do know that the second bid was sent, it was rejected. The figure was 22 million pounds plus 3 million pounds in add-ons. It has been rejected. Newcastle United will certainly go back in with another bid, and I'm sure that Watford are looking around 30 million pounds plus. So Newcastle United will have to agree upon that, and I think it's a fair valuation with the prices nowadays. They've slightly increased as well, so they will have to come to this realization that they will have to pay because Watford are in no desperate position to sell. Remember, they have another player of their own, which is Ismail Assar, who is gaining attraction from multiple clubs. Crystal Palace are inquiring about him. Leeds United are inquiring about him. So for that reason, for that reason, Watford are quite relaxed for João Pedro, and they're not gonna look for a little bit less. They're going to ask for more. And for that, I think Newcastle United will have to come with a good third bid. And I'm sure that Newcastle United will get their man. So let's see what happens on that front. Now, we are also going to go forward and we're going to also talk about another player which is to do with, I've got it here with me from Ajax. Apparently, Peixours has left Ajax to join Serie A side Torino on permanent deal. The figure is 9 million euros, and it will go up to 11.3 million euros with add-ons. So Torino making good acquirement, and they are getting good players in terms of transfer window. Now we will also come back to another news which has been reported, which is to do with Chelsea. Kisada has got his move to Chelsea. It's signed. They've announced it on their official website. So he's a new Chelsea player. Whereas there has been also reports coming in regarding, one second, guys. Just got one with me. Right. With regarding another transfer news, which is Pulisic. Now, Pulisic is quite interesting with Chelsea because Pulisic has been looked upon by the Chelsea board as a player who they want to sell on permanent basis rather than loan. Their priority is to raise some cash, and for that reason, they're looking for permanent purchase rather than loan purchase, and that will bring up the likes of Newcastle United. Newcastle United have shown an interest in Pulisic, whereas there are also other clubs who are interested in Pulisic. But the bigger interest is coming from Newcastle United. So let's see what happens on that front. Manchester United were also linked, but nowadays Manchester United are linked with so many players that you cannot say that which one is the correct one or which one isn't. So for that reason, Pulisic is strongly linked with Newcastle United, and we will see that if it does comes to happen, because Chelsea are not going to make any loan move. They have said that they are trying to raise some cash. For that reason, they want to make a permanent purchase. So let's see what happens on that front. Now, in regards to other news, we're going to come to Borussia Dortmund as well as Cristiano Ronaldo, because this is a crazy one. I left it in the end. I didn't give this one in the Manchester United one due to the fact because sometimes I think these kind of stories are believable, but sometimes it isn't. But this time around, Borussia Dortmund CEO has said something to which I will report you, and this one has been reported in the Bild Sport tabloid. Now, there is two perspective about this. The club think he is too old and cannot offer him more than the club's highest paid player, which is Marco Reus, at 12 million euros a year. Remember, they have got two players and they want to make room for them in terms of registration to Bundesliga. And those are Yusufa Mokoku as well as Anthony Modeste. But, but apparently, there was news coming in regarding Borussia Dortmund's chairman, and he had said something in regards to that matter. What he said was basically for Cristiano Ronaldo was that they like the player, they love the player, and to his statement, if you, I will go through that statement, and if based on that statement, it looks to me as if they're asking Cristiano Ronaldo to kind of lower his wage demands, and they would be willing to move for him. I think is that some sort of thing, and I will go through that statement. Borussia Dortmund CEO Watzke, that's what he says about Cristiano Ronaldo. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. It's certainly a charming idea to see Cristiano play at Senal Iduna Park, but there is no contact at all between the parties involved. Now, he's indicating he would love to have him at Borussia Dortmund. He would love to have him to play in that beautiful stadium, but there is no contact. Now, this is some kind of, you could say, a mixed kind of message. And what it means is that you are asking for a lot of wages, but we can't pay you that much. But if you're willing to lower your wage demands, and we might be interested in you. I think it's that sort of messaging coming from Borussia Dortmund. Now, the whole ball game is in Cristiano Ronaldo's court. What will be Cristiano Ronaldo thinking? I'm sure that his advisors would have had a look at Borussia Dortmund squad. They would have had a look at Bayern Munich's squad, and they would have tried to figure out that is it best to go to Borussia Dortmund and try to win that Bundesliga title from Bayern Munich. I think that would be in the mind of Cristiano Ronaldo. And remember, Borussia Dortmund are playing in the Champions League, so he wants to get that record for from Messi. He's just 3 goals shy away from Messi, so he's looking to play in Champions League in this year for at all cost. He doesn't want to miss out. So I believe Cristiano Ronaldo will be moving away from Manchester United because he has made up his mind. He cannot have a season in which he doesn't participate in Champions League. For that reason, I think there will be some sort of a compromise from both Cristiano Ronaldo as well as uh, Borussia Dortmund, and I think it will be coming in few days' time, where Cristiano Ronaldo will get his move and move over to Bundesliga. So that's what it is regarding uh, Borussia Dortmund as well as Cristiano Ronaldo. Hopefully, there'll be more news coming in, guys. This is the update so far we have. Hopefully, you guys will be tuning in for the afternoon session. If not, then definitely the evening session. So, guys, if you can please subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well. We are looking for support. Without your support, guys, this wouldn't be possible. Please do subscribe. Please let your friends know who are into football. Please let them know about Football Gupshup. Please do subscribe. It's a humble request. And press that like button. If you have any suggestions, you can give in the comment section or you can put in the chat box over there. And hopefully, we'll be tuning in for the afternoon session as well as the evening one. So, thank you very much for watching. Press that bell button icon for the notification whenever we do come up. And hopefully, we will be having that watch along from tomorrow onwards and on Sunday as well as on Monday where Manchester United play against Liverpool. And I'll be making a short announcement. So if you can please subscribe the channel and I'll be giving that announcement on the community board where I'll be giving you a special update. So please do subscribe and press that like button. I'll be tuning in for the afternoon session as well as the evening one. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice one and see you in the